And welcome once again to Day 6 Films. I'm Gerse Rodriguez.
I'm Kathy.
And we're the twisted mind behind all the projects of Day 6 that you have seen so far.
We have sat down to answer for you some of the most...
annoying questions that you can ever imagine. Kathy,
Sure. Huh?
how'd you get your hair like that?
And we'll get more focused in a couple of seconds. Thank you. I have always had a passion for writing. I mean, ever since I can remember anything. I mean, I would be so creative and my imagination would just go wild with things that I've always wanted to write. At elementary school, since kindergarten, I was creating stories. I just love being able to make a story and make it come alive and using my own words to do it. You know, I would win contests when I was in elementary school. It was definitely my favorite thing to do. Between reading and writing, that's what I've always done. And my brother here was actually into the same things, so I kind of grew up watching him too, and he would love to write novels. I would write stories, he would write novels. He was older than me, and eventually we started teaming up, and I think it works great.
Yeah, I like write stories. I basically just grab a piece of paper and then just come out. I never have think about it. I just have an idea, put a piece of paper, and then write it. Slowly they became bigger and longer, and then Kathy used to read them. Kathy used to like them, and now we like to write together, and we read everything that we do together, and we have fun with it.
Me and Gerse, we work really well together, and it's yes, it's because we have different things to add to the story. Gerse, I call his writing like writing the skeleton of the story, where I come in and I add the muscle, I add the fat, I add the organs, I add the brain too.
I add the plot, I write what should happen in the story, and then she write all the other details. So we kind of complete the story.
Yeah, I'll add the side stories normally, depending on what kind of script it is, and Gerse will come back and read it, and it ends up being what we wanted, right?
Yeah.
It's like
the most important part is that me and Kathy think alike.
yeah.
We are very close of what we want. So when I try to change something, she knows what I want, why I wanted to change it. When she's trying to change something, I understand why she wants to.
Yeah.
In a perfect world, yeah, everything works fine. Yeah. Now and then we have a little difference, but most of the time we work really well together. We know what we want as a team. Being brother and sister, I think, makes it easier. Well, at least for me.
And it makes it easier to get over fights. Having grown up together, we'll get over in a matter of 5 minutes. We had this big fight about the story, actually. Like, we want this character to do this and the other character to do that. 5 minutes later, after yelling our heads off, we'll be like, hey, you want to go out for, a coffee? Sure, we'll be right there,
Yeah, the good thing of being a brother and sister is that we have to see each other in other situations, not just at work. So it definitely helps us out to keep at each other, being okay with each other.
Yeah.
When I think of a story, I don't even really think about it. I'm visualizing. I'm daydreaming.
You're daydreaming.
I'm daydreaming and something funny or something like, oh, that's cool. I grab a piece of paper and then the characters come to life. So I don't really plan what I want to happen, and just start happening. I start writing it, and if it's good, it just keeps going, it keeps flowing. If it's not good, the characters die and they don't talk anymore. But at least when the story is good, ends up being finished, and then it's done passing it to the next person, and then Kathy will take it over.
Yeah, Gerse's style is a little different from mine. Gerse, he starts from somewhere. He doesn't know where the story is going. He doesn't know where the characters are gonna be, but he writes, and normally if he can finish it, that means it was a good story. Whereas, I guess my style works with his because I like to know what's gonna happen so that I can fill in the details, Actually, that works really well.
Well, I like to be surprised and cry when somebody dies, and then I'm crying, and then, oh wait, he's alive, he survived.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey, he's alive.
But then it works well that, I like to know in advance so that I can do the details in between and the side stories.
That's why I finish writing it, and then you take it over.
Yeah. See, it works, people, it works.
It works. What I do at Day 6, I like what I do. I like to write, and I like to do editing, and now and then being part of the cast.
I started with the idea of making movies when I was asked to join another film that a local filmmaker was doing. And first I was asked to be, what do you call that, the person who scores the video. And from there they asked me to act. And it was a small project, you know, so I understood, you know, I kind of do this and do that, you know. And then from there I actually started with helping to rewrite the script. And I was like, yes, this is my area, you know, this is where I feel good. And eventually I was like, man, we can do this, you know, we can do this. I saw how it was like, how it was done. And it's not that it was easy, you know, but I noticed, you know, that I think we could passionately put this to good use. And so I talked to, you know, the rest of my little team, and, you know, we decided to try it out. And that's where Once Upon a Vision was born. Definitely more comedy. We love writing silly things. And we can...
More musical, hopefully.
Yeah.
In the close to the future.
We're really into making films into musicals and musicals into films, whatever, you know. We like putting music, because that's something that we can do too. And maybe even a mystery film. I'm thinking about a mystery film.
Yeah, mystery. It sounds good. We got
Mystery,
kind of a little
suspense.
script in the moment.
Yeah.
Slowly
Thriller.
building it.
Yeah. First time I realized that I was actually directing was when my brother Gerse edited, and he put the titles at the end of the movie, and it said directed by Kathy Rodriguez. I had no idea until then, actually. I don't know if anybody believes me. And I was like, oh, that actually feels good. And I was like, yeah, I did direct it. I didn't even think about that. I mean, I thought of myself mostly as the script writer, you know, so I was just kind of going on with, you know, oh, this is how it's written, so we're going to do it like this, just helping people act it out the right way and film it from, you know, what I had originally written. I didn't realize I was directing at first, you know, and but I like it. I like being able to, people sometimes think I'm crazy, but by being a director and having a little bit more authority than them, means I can do exactly what I had in my head, and then even if they don't understand it, eventually it's going to come out, and then they're going to see it afterwards, exactly what I was talking about. Specific colors, specific actions, the way you say things, the pauses, the look in your eye, all of those things are details I'm always looking for when I am either behind the camera or even in front of it and I'm acting with my partner. You know, those are just the things I'm worried about. You know, acting is one of those things that I kind of had on my blacklist. I was like, I'm not gonna act, you know, and if I have to act, it'll be one of those really serious roles where I don't even have to move my lips, this kind of thing. And funny enough, I've been in most of the things that we do. It's not something I really imagined, and not something I actually even consider something I would be doing in the future for a very long time. It's just, you know, a matter of being there, you know, filling the role, and I think I do okay. I don't think I'm, you know, the greatest, but, you know, no, I mean, definitely not. I would avoid it in school. You know, I would not try out for the school plays and things like that. Only thing I would ever do was try out for the chorus in school. You know, I love to sing, definitely. Ooh, Maxie. Maxie was a great person for me to play, starting off with how serious she is. I thought, okay, well, you know, I can handle this. I can handle this. It was fun to wear a wig. I mean, it just completely changes who you are. I actually went to a Halloween party and dressed as Maxie, and everybody thought that was my real hair because they didn't know who I really was and they never met me before, you know. It was a great wig, and apparently as soon as I put it on, I become a different person. I think it comes with the territory, you know. You look in the mirror, you have black lips and you have red hair, and you're like, okay, this is me, you know, this is who I'm gonna become. And it's funny how, like, my dad too, you know, he would be around the set and he would say he got used to it after a while because he felt like he had another daughter in the family, and that would be Maxie. And Kevin too, he would feel like, you know, he had another son around, you know, and eventually he would miss them. So sweet. Usually it comes with a simple thought, you know, and it could be something somebody said, something I made up in my own head, you know, just something that really gets to me. And it could be funny, but it could be serious. I guess right now I'm just thinking more serious, the message of a movie. And I start to build, you know, okay, who's gonna deliver the message, and in what circumstances, and, you know, and it becomes bigger and bigger. You add everything you need to make the story come real interesting, you know, and that's how I start off, you know. I always see Day 6 films as being either incredibly interesting. I don't, even if, it's not necessarily my goal to make it some huge movie company. It's more like, you know, I really want to tell good stories. I just want to get people's attention, you know, and I want them to keep coming back and be like, okay, this place has got some good stories, you know. That's all I really want, you know, out of day 6. I think for me, it's not really that big of a challenge to put it from in my head all the way to video. I think maybe the hardest part would be, you know, other people trying to understand. And the best way to communicate with other people is writing it and visually putting it down on paper. That's where the storyboards come in. Funny enough, I do stick figure storyboards. I'm not a very talented drawer, but as far as camera shots, angles, you know, storyboards really help with that. And just editing too. Editing like the order in which the scenes are gonna come in, you know, the looking this way then wide, you know, and all these things, you know, from above, you know, all those little things that I need to communicate to other people, those things come better with the storyboard. It's something that I recommend, something I will be doing for a very long time. I really like using volunteers or just anybody who wants to help. I mean, I find that the people who are interested are the ones that really want to do a good job. And I like having many characters. I like having little things going on in the background, and I cannot always get those people, but I love involving people, you know, that really want to be involved in those things. If you guys want to help out, if you guys are interested in helping us carry things on set, making sets, if you guys want to act, anything of that nature, email us, you know, and we'll put you on a list where, you know, if we have something available, you know, we'll let you know, and you guys can say, hey, okay, you know, let's do this, you know, I want to try out for this. My kind of storytelling, that would be dialogue. I mean, if you can keep a good conversation going between the characters, that's what I'm interested in.
Thank you all for coming to our website once again. We hope that you enjoy our behind the scenes videos explaining what we do in a little way, and we hope that you guys will come back again.
We are on Facebook, Day 6 Films, and we are also on Twitter if you guys want to follow us and keep track of us, and feel free to post our videos anywhere you'd like. It is very much welcome.
So we'll be back again. We'll do another segment soon about different stuff that we still do and about other areas in the Day 6 film.
And the other films that we've done.
And other films that we've done.
Definitely.
Also. Especially, since the next one will be Sweat, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes, so we'll be back with Sweat.
Yeah. See you guys.
Yeah.